It's just me sat in a field with like a football and some free food. Go.
Are we starting?
Yes.
Oh.
God's sake.
I'm keeping this in.
Of course you are.
Hello and welcome to the...
That's what she said.
Fantastic
Let's start with me to go on, shall we?
Exactly. Can't be doing it.
Hello and welcome to the third Ditto podcast with Devious Ditto,
Hi!
myself, H, and the one and only DG.
Yay!
We can definitely say this week that the show is back by popular demand.
Yes.
Because the ratings on each podcast have been increased. I think the last one got to high 40s.
Yeah, I think so. Something like 50 odd.
So it's getting there, it's ever increasing.
Obligated to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we thank everyone, each and one of you, for listening or watching throughout this new updated and refreshed podcast series.
Update and fresh.
So before we get started, could you tell us briefly about yourself, DG?
Yes. How brief is brief? Yeah, so actually my name is Lee, but I do own a shop called Distinct Gaming, which is shortened to DG, based in Belper in Derbyshire. We do a range of tabletop games, but that's actually mainly kind of a hobby side thing for me because I'm actually also a teacher. So so I do a range of a jack of all trades and a master of none.
The best thing to be.
No, definitely. So today we're going to be...
Hello. Goodbye.
Oh, it's not a mozzarella stick this time.
Oh no, I can't believe it.
Had to put a reference in there. So, anyway, the first main segment is, as always, is about our wonderful guests, and today is no exception. Today we're going to talk about tabletop gaming and more into DG's amazing shop. Take it away, DG.
Okay. I should have prepared it like a TED talk.
A PowerPoint slide behind you.
Yeah. I've created a 56-point PowerPoint slideshow telling you all about the joys of tabletop gaming.
Yeah!
I suppose really the reason I chose to talk about it is kind of because much as I stream and play a lot of video games myself, my heart has always been kind of a tabletop.
Top games, yeah.
I've always been a tabletop gamer. Early to mid 90s. Obviously, you grew up playing family board games at home anyway.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like mid 90s when me and my group of friends kind of decided that we aren't the sort who go out drinking. We've never really dabbled with anything other than cardboard crack or plastic crack. And so that's kind of where we fell down the Games Workshop and the Magic the Gathering holes. So and played a lot of board games. So, kind of... I don't know what you want to go on about. I could just waffle for hours about it, to be fair. So we played it a lot during the 90s. Mainly the card games, mainly the miniature stuff. I just enjoyed the painting more than the playing because I wasn't very good at getting my head around the rules. I don't know if you guys play a lot of tabletop games, board games.
We played a lot of board, like family board games, more likely.
Yes and no. I mean, my favourite board game, although everyone bloody hates it and no one will play it with me, is Monopoly.
That's because nobody in their right mind likes Monopoly.
I do.
I mean, you're a weirdo. There's games like...
I've literally just heard off the side of me a little sigh going, oh, Monopoly. Even in our house, Monopoly is a contentious issue to talk about.
Yeah. Especially, there's so many different variants. It's ridiculous. I think we had a Simpsons one growing up. We had... The Simpsons one was the main one I can remember we haven't.
That one, Ipswich Town.
An Ipswich Town one. We had an Arsenal one. We had one with credit cards.
Yeah.
That was weird.
You young'uns, we had credit card ones back in our day. There was only one kind. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different versions of Monopoly. Like I've got a Warhammer 40,000 version because one of our players bought it and then went, "Oh, I've got nowhere to keep this. You have it." So I've inherited the 40k version.
Yeah.
I actually really want the Sea of Thieves version just because it's, well, I mean, for anyone who knows I kind of like Sea of Thieves.
Just a bit.
You couldn't tell.
So I've got a lovely display of all Sea of Thieves things, but the one thing missing is the Monopoly and the Jigsaw. But even when I say tabletop gaming, though, a lot of people be like, "Oh, you mean like Scrabble?" It's like no, we don't play Scrabble now.
I like Scrabble.
Yeah.
Scrabble's a great game, as is Monopoly.
Yes.
But we don't play those at ours. We're more niche. But like, it kind of just became like it's always been a bit of a passion, a bit of a love. And I trained to be a teacher and kind of fell out of the whole thing because at that point you spend that much time training and doing everything else that you kind of fall by the wayside. And then it got to the point where like, kind of always wanted to get back into it again. And I worked in a video shop when I was training, so I very much just hung around behind a till talking like rubbish with people about films.
As you do.
And then I happened to go into a local gaming shop around near me and ended up spending 50 minutes talking to the owner about games. And I was just like, oh, God, I really love this. I miss doing that. And so that was like 6 years ago. And it was at a time when I'd been at the school I was at. I'd been there for about 6-7 years already. And I was like, I just fancy doing something. It was quite an intense job. It was special needs.
Yeah.
And I just needed something to take my mind off it. So I was like, you know what, I fancy opening like a gaming shop, just to be able to talk rubbish to people about games and play games with people. Because like growing up, like I say, me and my mate used to play a lot of Magic the Gathering, a lot of Warhammer, but it was always on kitchen tables or bedroom floors.
Yeah.
And I wanted to create that kind of environment where people would want to go there if they were that people, if they were those people who did that. So I got talking to a lad who I worked with, who was one of my TAs at the time, and he was like, I really fancy trying to start up a business of my own. And so I was like, well, this is the idea I've had. And so I came home, said to my wife, we're thinking about opening a video shop. And she was like, not a video shop, a game shop. She was like, oh, okay, yeah. I said, well, we're going to put a business plan together. We'll come up with something, and we're going to sort of work out how much it's going to cost and how possible it is to do it and find somewhere to open. So she's like, okay, yeah, sounds like a good idea if you really want to do it. So I was like, yeah. So thinking like, this is going to be 6 months in advance, it's not going to happen. And then next thing 2 days later, he came up to me and he was like, this was James, he was like, Lee, my missus's mum's moving out of her shop in 2 weeks' time. Do you want to open up? So we kind of just went, okay.
Okay, we're doing this now.
So we had 2 weeks with no plan and a shop. It was, but then, like I say, 6 years down the line now, we've moved to our third place, getting bigger and bigger every time. And I get to spend all day talking about games and playing games, so it's great.
Win-win for everyone.
It is.
Yeah.
But outside of Monopoly, then, you must have played some of the proper geeky stuff. You guys must have played Munchkin.
Played Munchkin. I don't know if you had, but I know my friend group, there's like a combination of video games and like board games and stuff. So we played Munchkin a lot. We play On the Werewolf a lot.
Yeah.
Ultimate Werewolf's great. I am the villager, by the way. Just let you know I'm the villager.
I'm always the villager. I'm either the villager or like the werewolf. I've done nothing else. It's just those two roles.
No, I'm usually just a villager.
Yeah.
I absolutely love being the tanner.
Oh, I love being the tanner. the best. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I keep going to a tangent. In Among Us, there should be like a tanner version type of role.
Yeah.
I think there is in Duck Duck Goose, isn't there?
I think there is in Duck Duck Goose, yeah, but not in Sus.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, what else have you played? Have you played the Muffin Time?
Oh, that is a good game.
Yeah, you know what? We recently set up an account with Big Potato Games, who created it, and they went through a spell where they literally just sent me a massive box full of games and just went, play them, demo them, have them, and make videos of them. And I was just like, okay. Yeah. So we've only done about 3 so far. Muffin Time's in the box. I need to get to it, but it looks great.
That is fun.
I love the shorts anyway.
Stuff, yeah. It's such a weird game. It's one of those games like what's it called? Unstable Unicorns as well.
Yeah, it either lasts like 2 minutes
or it lasts like a couple of hours. It's one of those games.
Yeah.
I always remember the one when I think it was Kieran.
Yeah.
He had a card, and it was like, you have to get someone to say this word,
Yeah.
and he just said this random question to his uncle, or our uncle, I mean, and literally it just went like that, and he won the game straight away just because of that.
I remember he also did, because one of like
he phoned.
One of the trap cards was get someone else to pick up the phone, and I think he withheld his number and tried to phone me from his pocket. I'm like, who's phoning me? So I put it down. He did it again. I said, it's got to be something important. So I picked it up. Like, ha! So I had to leave like 5 cards. I'm like, why would you?
I think.
Oh.
I think he did it to me, but my phone was on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
Like, whilst I was playing the game. So any phone call just wouldn't come through at all.
It is, I'm gullible enough to pick up the phone. That's yeah.
Well, I mean, there's another game I can recommend for you, like then that you would absolutely love, and that's called Don't Get Got. Essentially, you have a little wallet, a plastic wallet with 6 little slots in it, and you pick 6 cards out and put them in it. And essentially, they're secret missions that can be played over the course of the evening, a week, a month. It's designed to basically be a game within other games.
Right.
But it includes stuff like getting somebody, like one I had, there was do finger guns at somebody and get them to do it back.
Yeah.
So at some point, randomly, you're just like, hey, how you doing? And then that's it. At that point, like, nailed it. So then you turn your card over to nailed it because someone did it back.
Yeah.
If they call you out on it, you fail it.
Yeah. No, I think that would just be a good video. Maybe
I know what.
Get Ditto to pick some, go out into the street and try and just get some random people to.
Try to do finger guns. How many people do finger guns back to you?
Yeah. Next collab stream, we both get 6 prompts, and if you get the other person to do it, we win.
Okay.
Possibly.
I'm down.
I'm done. Next charity stream, that's just in the background, as we next 12
in the
hours.
background, secret. Don't get got missions.
Don't get got missions.
Good.
Yeah.
If I fail one, I have to donate £5. Something like that. I don't know.
But I mean, like, and at the shop, like, just going back to the sort of games that people play and stuff, we've got a lot of people who play like Pokemon. Like, I know you collect the cards yourself.
Yeah.
Do you play it? Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't got a clue how to play it.
At uni, when I was in Pokemon Society, massive nerd. We used to meet up like once a week and just talk Pokemon, play the video games, and then they started doing like more of the trading card games. I kind of played it then, but it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it really. It's like
it's more just the joy of opening the packs and seeing what's in there.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy the most, is enjoying the pack opening. But obviously, there was a lot of people who used to love the game. So it's with Pokemon, it's either split, either a video game person or the trading card game. There's no like cross between kind of thing.
Yeah, and we were watching a video on stream before, and it was like, who had like the Pokemon cards is also separated into 2 as well.
Yeah, 2 groups. There's the people who play it and then the people who collect it, because obviously the cards can be very expensive. So, because if you have to buy a set, you need like 3 or 4 of the same card and do all this stuff, and it's like whatever. Then it's all different metas and stuff. I know it's big like in the TCG series, when obviously the worlds and stuff, people all over the world just win and just play Pokemon trading card games.
Yeah,
it's weird.
But it's the same with Magic the Gathering. The singles market is unbelievable. Like, I get the joy of just cracking packs open and seeing what's in there and going, can I build a deck with these, or are they just absolute gank that I can trade away?
Yeah.
But there's some guys who literally just make an absolute killing from just selling singles all the time. It's mad. And like some of them are land cards, so like the equivalent to Pokemon Energy. It's like I opened a pack up and it had this foil full art land in it, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, do you know how much that card's worth?" I was like, "It's just a land."
Yeah.
What do you mean? And I whacked it on eBay, £85.
Jesus Christ.
Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
I bought a whole box. It was absolutely mad. But yeah, it's just crazy seeing that. Like you say, there's like different. That we've got a lot of collectors who come to the shop, so we've tried to run a lot of Pokemon events, and a lot of them just come in, buy the packs, open them, go, "Ooh, I've got this foil like Flareon.
Yeah.
And then they vanish. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Is that good?
Yeah, because every pack you get like the shiny card, then you get the big ass like ultra rare card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ultra rare ones are obviously the most expensive, but they're fucking rare. And it's a big madness when you actually pack them, because it's like, oh my god, how much is this? And you instantly on the website, how much of it is in my pocket? And it says like £4. You're like, well.
Well, you see, you can help me.
It's very specific cards.
You can help me myth bust something now then, because I've had a lot of people tell me it's rubbish, and then some people tell me it's true. When you open a pack up, you can see from the code card whether you've got something good. Apparently, if it's got a white border or a black border, it indicates whether it's a V or something. I don't know what. They say things, and then someone will go, "Oh, no, it doesn't. That's not real. It's not true."
I don't think it does work on those mini packs.
Darn.
But I don't think that's a thing. I've not heard of that.
Okay.
I know people say it. Obviously, I was at Pokemon side with massive Pokemon there, so they've never like mentioned it or said anything like that. I know the trick where you have to like take the first 4 cards and put at the bottom, so when you do the reveal, the best cards at the back. But other than that, I don't think. Maybe it is the newer sets, because I've not opened one of the newer sets recently, but.
There you go. You'll have to be the one who tests that out for me and test the theory.
Next time I buy Pokemon cards, which will probably be like next week or something. I'll,
probably tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow. Next time.
All these to go through.
I do. But yeah. So yeah, Jet bought me loads of. He went to like a gaming festival in Norwich near me.
All right, yeah.
And he came back with like Pokemon cards.
All of them.
I have 50. I have this many left. There was about 6 times the amount of this. It was like nearly 500 cards.
That's amazing.
And I've had them
awesome.
I've had them since April, and I've only been opening on stream, and I've still got 50 left. We're nearly in October, for God's sake.
You've just recently had Norcon, haven't you, down that way?
I don't know what.
Norcon, Norfolk Con.
I think so.
Yes. Because last year they had surprise, a Sea of Thieves panel, and I nearly came down to it.
I don't know. I need to go to more gaming events next year.
I think you should totally crack a pack open now and talk me through it all, so I can actually understand what are classed as commons, uncommons, and rares.
Right, they're only fun packs, so it's not exactly like the same as like a proper 10-card pack, but it does have the rare in it, just not the big, the ultra rare in it. So literally,
like with Magic, you've got your commons which have like a black symbol, your uncommons are silver, your rares are gold, then your mythics are like a flaming red.
Yeah, so the commons in these.
Hang on, do you want me to?
Oh, H is going to provide the camera and do camera work. Hang on a sec. To zoom in. There we go.
Extreme close up.
Extreme close up. It's a hippo, but yeah, there's a little black dot next at the bottom. You've got the set.
Yep.
You've got the set symbol. Then you've got what number it is in the set, and there's a black dot next to it.
Yeah.
The black dot is common, and then the shiny, the rare one is. Oh, I think on it. It's usually a white dot.
Yeah.
And they're usually either shiny or like fully evolved Pokemon. That was just a close on my face.
That's a cheeky. That's an uncommon right there. Look at it.
Uncommon right there. Very
That's
uncommon.
a rarity.
That's a rare. That's a rare. And then obviously the big boys. Actually, I just look at my fucking whole box of.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This is my time to flex.
No, I don't have this many Pokemon cards.
Oh my word! What is going on with? Get yourself a folder, man. What you doing?
They are in folders. There's folders in the box.
Oh my word! That just. I mean, I can't show you the box I've got all my Magic cards in because it makes me cry because it's literally just a big plastic box and they're all just loose in it. I just chucked them all in.
I did have like that, and then they all like just kind of went down and organised them all. I can't remember where my best card is. Where's my Ditto card? That's what I want to see. Where is he?
Oh, is that your shiny Ditto?
Not my shiny. Is it my shiny Ditto?
That again, I don't know if this is true, but in this latest set, there's been a lot of people saying that there are Ditto cards hidden in the packs.
Yes.
And you peel the front of the card off or something like that.
In the Pokemon Go set, there are some cards which have like a little Ditto face where the black dot is, and if you peel it off, there's a Ditto underneath it.
But wouldn't that would it not be like, I don't know the card market, would it not be valued more if you didn't peel it off?
Yeah, I don't know.
No. Maybe. I don't know.
Because it's been kept intact at that point, so like it's been untouched and unmessed with. Whereas if you peeled it off, it's like da-da, ditto, but we've now got a loose bit of card here.
Yeah.
I think it's like an actual like proper card. It's just got like a weird sticker on top of it. You just peel off. I don't know because I've never actually got a Ditto card yet, and I'm very upset about it.
So it's very devious.
It's very devious about it. I'm putting it out there. If anyone has one, I'm willing to buy it off you for at least 50p.
He's willing to do a range of things to get it from you.
I will. I still want every Ditto card. There's only since it came out in like what 2000 or whatever they started making the Pokemon cards. There's only ever been 13 different Ditto cards, which is very upsetting. In all the sets, there's like 40, 50 sets, like 10 Ditto cards. Because no one likes the guy apart from me, and it upsets me every time.
So then the other third aspect of tabletop gaming then is miniatures. Have you ever dabbled with any miniature gaming? Like Warhammer?
I have not, no.
Or Star Wars Legion, which I'm addicted to. It's amazing. It's such a fun game. But yes, that's kind of one of the other things that we do. I mean, it's kind of behind me here. It's a range of different miniatures that are all it's just fun to paint them, really. I don't even play most of them. I just paint them and then like put them in a box and go, I don't know what to do with you now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I am very bad at, because I would have like shaky hands, so I can't, if I did that I'd be like all over the fucking place.
See, that's me with eyes. If I'm going to paint eyes, it's like, oh man, they look as though they're on a train or something, just like a false blur going on.
I'll stick with drawing on a computer because there's an undo button if I like have a spaz moment and there's like a big line everywhere.
Yeah, I'll stick to drawing with an iPad for the same reason.
Yeah, drawing tablets and stuff, yeah.
I've not got that artistic skill, I can't do that. But put a brush in my hand and I'll paint an orc all day, but...
This is the closest thing I have to a brush.
Ah, okay. Posh iPad brush.
No,
is that what it is? What is it?
Camera cleaner.
Oh, camera cleaner. I mean, I'm sure you've got a hairbrush as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work as well.
But yeah, I'm in the middle of there was an orc. Like, it's called an Orc Stomper. It's like a £110 model. It's like a big tanky robot thing.
Yeah.
And I decided that's too ridiculously expensive to pay. I'm going to make my own. So during the lockdown, I decided I was going to make my own out of a potato head. So I went out and bought it.
Right.
Bought all the stuff I needed. Lopped his arm. Well, his arm's detached anyway. But I pulled everything apart, so it was just the egg.
Just the egg. Yeah.
It's not a potato. It's a potato, not an egg. Oh my god.
I'm going to take his arm off, which comes out as you just pull it.
Yeah.
And it's an egg.
Turn the potato into an egg.
Yeah.
And then basically carved it all up and started spraying it in silver, turned it into a robot, attached a hat to it with a little bloke that's going to have a gun pointing out the top, and basically just decided I was going to make my own. So what could have been a £110 stomper ended up costing me 140 quid, and I still haven't finished it. Because I just kept buying other bits for it, like, I could get this now.
I can get this, I can add this, this. It's like, yeah.
I just like the Millennium Vulcan Lego. That's just like ridiculously priced.
Yeah.
Most Lego is ridiculously priced.
But it's beautiful to look at when it's made.
Yeah, definitely. How much is it?
The Millennium Falcon's a few hundred quid into it, because you're talking upwards of nearly 1,000 for the Death Star.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a few £100 for Millennium Falcon.
I know it's got the Harry Potter ones are like a couple of £100.
No, definitely. I think about £100 normal is the bog standard for Lego now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
A 10-piece Lego set for £1,000 about right, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to buy a house or do you want to buy this Lego set?
Don't buy enough Lego, you can build your own house.
Just like James May.
Yeah, just like James.
Just like James May.
You want a £110,000 mortgage? That'll get you a couple of hundred bricks.
Yeah. I just remember the moment when someone put a pink brick in the red one.
Yeah.
And because he glued it all to make it watertight, they couldn't move it.
Bloody James May content.
That's bad times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ditto builds his own house.
And what?
Pokemon cards.
I'll probably have enough, to be fair.
You should do it.
So many duplicates.
Put all your more expensive ones in the foundations.
The foundation, the bog. Yeah.
I built this house on money I did on valued cards.
My shiny Charizard's literally the light switch at the top.
That's it.
That's how it works.
So yeah, that's kind of like really in a nutshell. That's me and tabletop games. I love I suppose my first passion has always really been the board game side. I think the social aspect of playing board games
as well,
is just the best thing.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love running the Friday Night Magic at the shop on a Friday evening because, like, I love Magic myself, but also just talking to people about the cards and trying to get an understanding of it all. So yeah, that's kind of why I chose to come and talk to you about games.
Yeah,
because I like games.
I like games.
I like all kinds of games. I do board games, card games, mind games. I like them all.
Love them all.
If it's got game in the title, then you love it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Because actually, there's role-play games as well. I forgot
Role-play
about
games,
that.
yeah.
And I'm not talking about the kink style either.
Video games as well.
Yeah. Video games. Obviously, to be fair, we have got an arcade machine and we've got retro consoles. So we have recently moved into video games as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we called ourselves Distinct Gaming, because it's distinctly just all forms of gaming.
All forms of gaming in general, yeah.
Although it didn't stop one company that we signed up with calling us Ding Sting Games, which was a fun one in that case.
Brilliant.
It's like, what is a Ding Sting? And why do you think we've got it?
We've got Ding Stings.
Yeah. District Gaming's a common one.
Yeah.
People look at it as District. But that's including a guy who's actually local and has been coming into us since day one. He still calls us District Games, even though we've got branding.
He must do, unironically at this point. He must do.
I think he genuinely believes that's what we called it. We've spelt it wrong.
God damn.
But yeah, I let myself down there because I actually appeared on local radio a couple of months ago, and he asked me a lot about what we do, and I said, "Oh yeah, we play role-playing games." He went, "Oh yeah, you've got your own dungeon then." I was like, "Oh my god, no!" A, why are you asking me? You're clearly in your 60s. And B, no, we haven't. We're a friendly shop.
We do, but there's usually dragons in it as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of dragons, a lot of dwarves.
Yeah.
A few elves.
The full range.
But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of people who play D&D, which is a massively popular game. Obviously, it's back on the rise again now, and they've crossed over with Magic the Gathering a lot, so that gets a lot of interest from people.
Yeah.
But I tend to play... I run sessions now and again, so I GM them, as it were, game master them.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dungeon Master, you don't want to Google Dungeon Masters.
No.
It takes you down the wrong routes. So we call them GMs. So I GM what are called one-shots, which are basically like one and done.
Yeah, they're the ones
sessions.
I've only done one-shots before.
Yeah.
My
so
attention span is not long enough.
That's it, yeah. And when I'm running it, because I haven't got the time to plan out campaigns and stuff, one-shots work perfect for me. Yeah. So I run one called 10 Candles, which I massively recommend you play. It's a tragic horror game where you play it in pitch black by the light of 10 tea lights.
Yeah.
And so you are telling a story that is inevitably the tragic end of all the characters.
Right.
Something called Them arrives, and sort of the GM sets the scene by giving the setting, and then from then on the players guide the story and drive it along. They roll the dice, and if they fluff up the dice rolls, they lose dice from the pool. If they totally fluff it, a candle gets extinguished, and then you essentially start what's called the next round.
Right.
And it runs for 10 rounds, where once that 10th light has gone out, you just tell the story of how those characters came to an end.
Right.
And it's a really atmospheric game because, like I say, it's in pitch black and it's getting darker and darker and darker as the night goes on.
Yeah.
And I was quite lucky during the lockdown. It was just in that brief moment when they were like, you can all go out into the world, but you can't be in more than groups of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'd managed to actually get in touch with Derby Jail, which it's quite renowned. It's owned by Richard Felix, one of the historians who was on like Most Haunted and is massively into ghost culture and ghost stories. And he owns it, and I was like, Richard, can I rent out the jail for a night to run this game? And he's like, shit, yeah, of course you can. A really eccentric way. It's brilliant. Richard Felix is amazing.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, shit, yeah, bring them all down, have some bloody good games. And so I told him the concept of the story, and I spent an afternoon with him talking about people who'd been executed at the jail and how they'd been executed, what their names were, what did they do. and got this group together, got them in the jail, and put these tea lights out. And he came out and went, you don't want that shit there. Get it out of the way. I'll sort you out. So anyway, I scooped up these tea lights. He disappears, and he comes back with these massive skeletal hands holding old school candles.
Oh God!
And it's like, put these on your table. This will look good. So like, we've got this darkened dungeon room. We've got these skeleton hands holding candles. We're telling this story. They got given the character names, which were the names of these people who'd been executed at the jail.
Yeah. And
I kind of fed it into the story that the way their character died is the same way that person was executed.
Yeah.
So then they played through the game. Unbeknownst to them, they didn't know that was happening. They played through it. Everyone then reached their demise. Richard then comes in. And we said, well, there's a reason that we've got Richard here now, and I'm going to tell you why. So I said the person's name, and then he explained what they'd done and how they were executed. And all of a sudden, you could just see everyone's face just like, oh, my God. I was Jimmy McSmithington, and I was hung in the game, and I was hung in real life. What? But it was brilliant, how atmospheric it was.
Yeah.
And we keep saying we need to go back and do it again. But it was so much fun. So, yeah. That's the aspect I like, that social aspect, and getting that atmosphere and that feeling of games being played.
Yeah.
So it's good fun. I really enjoy it.
Top tier
As
fun.
you can tell, I've got a lot of passion for it.
Yes.
So anyway, I thought I'd open up the next segment by telling a little story about what happened to me the other day.
Oh God.
So I was on my daily walk as usual, and I always cut through the local park, and I was walking through, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, I was just hit on the head.
Oh God. Okay.
I was like, what on earth is that? And I turned around, and nobody was there. Ooh, spooky. Ooh.
Have you been to my dungeon? Have you been to my dungeon?
Oh dear.
I then looked up and there was a squirrel on a branch above me. And then I looked down and there was just a nut on the floor. So I think this squirrel just chucked this nut at me. It was like, what? I was like, what?
It's starting. The takeover's beginning.
Yeah,
I was like, why did I deserve that?
You walked on his territory, clearly. Pissed him off.
He wanted into a squirrel turf war.
Oh, I really don't know. But I thought that's a nice story to open up the segment, which we have decided to call Pink Chair Stories. Take it away, Ditto.
We've definitely not stolen this from another type of talk show segment on television. Not at all. We get our guests to tell us an interesting story from their life and just, try and tell the world their most interesting and best story, I guess.
I mean, interesting is a very loose term. I have a very boring life. But actually, I was having this discussion with Lindsay, my wife, and I was like, they've set me this pink chair story I've got to come up with. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to tell. And she went, you've got to do the car story. Now, that's all she has to say, because I know exactly what she's talking about. So this was early days when we'd not long started going out with each other, and I thought, I'm going to treat her to a nice day out. So there's a town quite near to us called Matlock Bath. Wonderful place, and it's like the seaside away from the sea, I think Queen Victoria called it.
Yeah.
You go there, and it's lined with motorbikes, but then it's like a promenade. They've got arcades, chippies. It is literally a seaside away from the sea.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to be really romantic then. Yeah, it's early days. It was like, this was 2004. I just got my new car as well. So I was like, I got myself a nice new car. After the engine dropped out of my old one, I was like, I can get myself a nice new one. It was a brand new Corsa. And I was like, not a sporty one because I wasn't a bit of a boy racer. I was a geek then as well.
Yeah.
So I thought, nice romantic day out. I'll take her there. We'll take a picnic. We'll go up into the hill across the river. And we'll have a walk around up there. Take her along the promenade, fish and chips as well. It'll be lovely. Nice impression.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get there, park up at the train station, which is a lovely spot again because you can get the cable car up to one of the Gulliver's Kingdom type things.
Yeah.
So we went for a walk around, went out and about, having a lovely time, having a laughing at joke. It's like, yeah, this is good. I mean, we're like 3 years into the relationship, really, so I didn't have to impress her because, she stuck around for 3 years.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is a very nice day out. It was a lovely Sunday, like walking around, loads of people around, seeing all the bikers, had the chips, had the picnic earlier on. It's like, it's okay. Then we went back to the car. And like at this point, when I say the car was new, I'm talking like 2 weeks old. So we got back to the car and walking along, we were just like, it's been a very nice day, it's been really good. And I see the front of my car.
Oh no.
Now, I can only sort of describe it as... I mean, how can you describe it?
God.
There was... a baby. What are they called? Well, no, it was a nappy. I was getting to that. It was a baby. It was a baby like a cloth. There's a cloth.
Right.
Lying on the windscreen. I was like, okay, there's a bit of a cloth here. I don't know what this is. Picked it up, and my first thought was, this isn't Nutella.
Oh god.
Then I looked further along the windscreen, and there was a nappy alongside it.
Oh no.
So a baby wipe. That's the word I was trying to find. It's baby wipes. So there's a baby wipe, and then there was a nappy, and the nappy was very much open.
Oh, lovely.
Very much smeared and spread.
Lovely.
And then the car next to me had obviously got the sprayed impact of when it had hit my car.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm a friendly, I'm a happy guy, I'm a cheery guy, nothing really gets me. I was fucking fuming.
I can imagine.
2-week-old car, and I have never gone so red. And so I'm like pulling it off, dropping it on the floor, literally like swearing top of my voice. I called them every name I possibly could. I can't even put the words on here for you to hear the stuff I said about them. As I'm pulling this off and chucking it on the floor, and I've got it all over my hands. I'm just getting really angry. And Lindsay is absolutely pissing herself. So she's doing nothing else but laugh at me, which turned the level even higher. As I'm just like, stop laughing! It's not funny! Got shit on my hands! Shit on my car! You're walking home! So this, what had been a lovely day, had quite frankly gone down the shitter really quick.
Literally.
So like really, that's kind of the only story I can ever tell. Whenever I don't know what stories to tell, Lindsay will just go, just tell the car story. All the way home though, I refused to speak to her. I was so angry at her. I just didn't talk.
Just sulking.
She was nervously sitting there like, you okay? Don't talk to me. In the end, when I got home, I did laugh it off when I was there, the hose pipe hosing it all down. I was like, I suppose it was annoying, but it was quite funny, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, someone keyed both sides of it. So I was like, I give up, never buying a new car again now.
Yeah. Maybe it was the same person. They just have a vendetta against you.
It may well could have been. It started off well, if that was the case.
Starts off with shit, and then just if shit doesn't true, they'll just do bog standard classic Kia car.
I mean, I would like to just say right now to anybody who does listen to this that I am not in any way asking people to do that to my car ever again, because I will hunt you down.
Well,
I have a particular set of skills.
I did forensic science. I'll get on board.
Yeah, H would forensic science the poo to work out who it was and track them down.
Would you be able to help me ensure they never find the body H? I've seen Breaking Bad, but I also saw it didn't end very well when they tried it.
She didn't say no.
No.
Don't worry. For the record, I would not kill anybody who did it. I would just seriously say words to them.
Yeah.
I'd probably cry.
Yeah. Oh, you shithead.
So there you go. That's my pink chair story.
Quite literally.
It's a brown chair story.
Brown chair story.
No, it's a pink chair with a brown mark rolling all the way down it.
Straight right across the middle,
A little bit of sweet corn as well, just on the top. The sweet corn
it
on
made
top.
it worse when I tried to use the windscreen wipes. I thought, that'll fix it. It does not. It does not fix it.
Worse.
It just made my windscreen foggy.
Oh.
So yeah, It was a wonderful day.
Wonderful day in the last.
You really
dear,
need a
Jesus
pink
Christ.
chair, Ditto.
Huh?
You really need a pink chair.
I do need a pink chair. I'm starting with a green one, but it's fine. Just don't.
I was half tempted to change my green screen to be in the background, but I thought actually I can't because it's not pink, and
not
it
pink.
gives away.
Yeah.
It gives away too early. Then what's coming?
Oh God.
So,
There's
the
my
next
story.
segment
Next segment
is all down to Devious Ditto.
Hello. Right. So, if you're a follower of the Twitch, you know recently I played this very odd, weird video game.
Everybody
Both
knows what's
times
coming.
I said the name of the game.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
So,
It's the best game of the year.
it's weird because I was supposed to record a podcast that day, but everyone got ill because that was around where everyone was starting to get ill and stuff. So I thought, well, I've got the evening off. What should I do? In the mod chat in Facebook, and Jet comes up to me. There's this new game that just came out. You should totally play it. I'm like, okay, what's it called? It's called Trombone Champ. And I'm like, okay, sure. He had to convince me so much to play this game. I thought it's going to be one of those games you play it for like 5 minutes and you go, oh, this is boring, let's move on to something different. But he literally said, I will buy it for you if you stream it tonight. I'm like, sure, whatever. I play it and I'm like, this game is actually alright. It's very weird. If it's hard to... Basically, it's like Guitar Hero, but using a trombone. And it's so weird.
Nothing like it.
It's
so much worse.
The only comparison to Guitar Hero is a music game. You have to like match the stuff like that, like Donkey Konga, which I played a lot back in the day with the bongos. But it's so weird. All the songs in it are like they're all classical music, apart from obviously some of them because obviously copyright stuff. They can't use proper like mainstream songs.
Mostly classical, but also very notable songs.
Songs like
the
the circus song. There was.
See, for me, it was the circus one.
Dun! That one. It's got the Canadian national anthem. You got the American national anthem. You got the God Save the King. They changed it already.
They changed it probably last minute
Last
before they
second,
released it.
They're about to
I was
release
going to
it.
say, that was
Oh crap!
literally
It's God
right.
Save the King. Quick, change it.
Well, they need to change 2 words.
No, literally two words. Yeah. It's such.
I tried to drop in on you as often as I possibly can, and I just happened to. I didn't even see what game you were playing. I was like, "Oh, Ditto's on. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and say hello to him." Jumped into. I was like, "What the hell am I listening to? What the shit?" And I was absolutely entranced. And Lindsay's like, "What the hell is this shit?" It's like, it's Trombone Champ. This is an amazing looking game.
It's amazing. The thing is, I think every single streamer friend I have dropped in on that stream. I think Panda joined in.
Yeah, Molly
I think
did.
Molly did. Scoots did. DG did. I don't think Alcross did. I think it was out. But everyone else jumped in and said, "What the fuck is this?" And then as soon as I finish the stream, I get a DM from Molly saying, "Jake, I've bought this game. I'm going to stream it in a couple of days." I'm like, I'm now an influencer. People watch my content. I bought the game. It's ridiculous.
I am absolutely down for playing it at some point, but
It's actually ridiculous.
it's mental.
It's like a tenner on Steam as well. And I'm expecting people to like mod the game to put like meme songs in it, like Castlevania and stuff like that, and roughly Rick Astley and stuff. I can see that happening at any point.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Well, I mean, the person who made it, like, as you mentioned, this is something that you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Sort of, I was just scrolling through the news, and this come up, and according to this article, the author of the game said that we just don't see a lot of comedy in gaming right now, and that's why he made it.
Yeah, there's not very many. Like the mainstream games are all like very serious, very not like. So see, the only comedy games I can think of like that are like the Untitled Goose Game from like a couple of years ago. Everyone was playing. That's the main
Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator, stuff like that. You don't really see them games anymore,
No.
which is unfortunate because some of them are.
I kind of thought that Bum Simulator would have been like of a similar ilk. And then you start playing it, and you're like, "Oh, this is actually just like you are a homeless bloke patrolling around town, but you're actually just doing Grand Theft Auto style missions. I mean, you got to go around and pee on people and stuff like that. But actually, it became more of a. This is less of a jokey game and more of just a rehash of any other mission-based game with the homeless bloke peeing on people instead of shooting people.
Well,
so it was.
Obviously, you earn trumpets. You get the collector cards like White Eyes, Blue Baboon, and stuff. You have to collect, and you have to convert them into turds, and then you have to feed the turd trombone to get the special unlocks and stuff. It's like, where does this game end? It's so weird.
Well, it took 4 years to make the game.
What? 4 years?
I mean, they've clearly been thinking about the seriousness of games for a long time. Then it took 4 years to actually get it out.
So they started making it in 2018.
But to be honest, it does then go on to say that he was working full time of a different job at the same time.
So this was just part time.
Yes, evenings and weekends.
Where does that even come from? At what point was he sitting at home going?
He was sitting at work at his office job going, right, you know what I'm going to make? I'm going to make a music-based game about trombones. And I'm going to make it very weird.
Also,
he must have been on something when he was making that.
He also told The Verge that he'd like to add more songs at some point. So there's definitely going to be more songs.
Oh god, there could be DLC and stuff.
And from he says particularly from other musicians, the maker said.
Other musicians?
Yes, it doesn't say like who or what, but just other musicians.
Other musicians and stuff.
The thing is, it's got the possibility, like Guitar Hero did. When Guitar Hero came out, it was very much like, we haven't got the funding or the licensing to bring out all these songs. We'll do our own covers.
Yeah.
And then obviously everyone was suddenly like, this game's amazing. Here, have our songs. Put them in it.
Yeah.
I wonder what is the first big name artist who's going to go, yes, I want my songs on Trombone Champ. I can't even think of what song would work with a trombone at all.
I can't either, to be fair.
Yeah. Other than the songs that were in the game.
We're all sat in silence now, like... I think it needs to be somebody incredibly serious, like Adele. Someone like you.
I don't know why. I feel like Ed Sheeran would like jump on this like 100%. Stuff like that.
Well, he's got a song about Pokemon coming out soon.
He does. Ed Sheeran does have a Pokemon song coming out in a couple of days for recording this. It'd be very weird. But
I mean, is the Pokemon theme on there? Because if not, they're missing out on the possibility of a crossover with Trom Cubone. Sorry.
Because
I was trying to shoot on one end. I was like, I don't know enough Pokemon to make this work. I don't know what to say.
Oh dear. But yeah, I thought when I first saw it, I thought this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be like it's going to be a hot flash in the pan. It's going to not continue. But if they keep like adding content to it and stuff, I feel like it could be one of those games which not stand the test of time, but that's going too far. But keeping its longevity a little bit longer, because there's been other games in the past which have been like, oh, this game's amazing, and then like 3 or 4 weeks later, no one's playing it at all ever.
Yeah, it'll hopefully hold some longevity because like it's got some massive following at the minute, and I mean, I think a couple of days ago, I saw that like 2,000 people were streaming it on Twitch.
That's ridiculous.
When it come out, there was like 60 people, I think.
Yeah, because I looked at it. I looked at it and like, oh, Trombone Champ. Let me do the research. How many people are actually playing this? Because the day I played it, there was like 60 people playing it, and then which was the Thursday, I looked at it again like the Saturday, Sunday. It was like, there are so many people playing this game. It's weird because that stream, I think, I said the other day in the group in mod chat, that was like over the past 3 months. That's probably my third best stream ever. I was playing that fucking Trombone Champ, not Mario Kart, not my staples which I'm known for. I'm playing this weird game where I'm just doing this with the mic with the mouse. It's like, oh god. But yeah.
How about I Know You Were Trouble? Oh, Trombone Champ.
Yeah. To be fair,
because then you go.
I could just
have the Doctor Who theme.
Oh, Doctor Who theme could work.
Oh, that'd be good. And I don't know if it was already on there when you did it the other day, but like Zorba's theme.
Oh yes.
I don't think it was. I know.
Just trying to get as it gets faster.
Yeah.
It's like when I went into free play mode at some point, and Jack literally redeemed every single music sound alert I did to try and see if I could match it. And I think Rick Astley was on there. Baby Shark was like, oh god, this is not going well. And then Jack made me do All Star at the end, which was actually amazing. I literally had the karaoke version in the background as I was playing the trombone. It was fucking mental. But yeah, I can see that game. I'm very tempted to play it again, but it's like 100% the game.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Definitely. But they need to make more.
You definitely need to.
They need to make more games like that in the future. They really do.
I think that's the joy of it though, is that if they made too many of them, that's the point when there'd be too many.
Yeah.
It's like farming games.
It's like freaking farming games. Don't get me started. The last Nintendo Direct I reacted to, 95% of the games in it were fucking farming games. It's like, because it's like you have to go every day to farm it. Who's going to have like 20 farming games in? Right, between 8 and 9 o'clock I'll go on this one, and then that one, and come back to this one. It's like, why? We don't need this content. We don't. But it's just...
No.
And then Trombone Champ comes up, and it's like, yes, everyone's playing it.
Well, that's it. Like I say, I can't even. I suppose the only comparison I can give is Sea of Thieves and Dead by Daylight, because they're the other two that I know I follow on Twitch. So it was like 1.6k people watching Trombone Champ, but that was compared to only 4.6 who were watching Sea of Thieves. Like, this is like one of the biggest games out there at the minute.
And it's like,
a quarter of it is watching the bloody trombone.
it's mental. It's like the last like big game that I can remember, which everyone was playing, was like I remember like early lockdown was Fall Guys. When that first came out, it was popular. Then it died off a bit, and then it's like come back because it's free and so many stuff in it as well. I know Among Us was like that as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what like recently, like this year, have been like everyone's playing this game for no reason. I can't think of any. Barring Trombone.
Not this year.
That's it. I suppose that
anyway.
was kind of the whole reason they did it, wasn't it? Because there weren't that many like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like outright stupid enough to make you just laugh the whole time you're doing it.
Yeah.
Were there only games like last year or the last few years that are like that?
Like I said, the last one I can think of is the Goose Game, and that came out like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I think that came out literally when the Switch started coming out.
I think so.
I mean, there was a bizarre one that I got Miyuki to play once, and it was you basically just had to make friends with things and hug them, and then I can't even think what it was called, but it was like a weird Japanese game where you rolled around, you hugged something, it then latched onto you, you carried it round, so you hugged the next thing, you're eating stuff, pooping it out. It was just really bizarre. So it wasn't exactly weird in the sense it was entertaining. It was more just what the hell
is going on?
Actually playing.
I've had that a lot with when I played the Scrubs options in the past. I've played.
Oh, what was the one with like just making pizza?
Oh, that was what was it called?
I like that one.
There was
Tales from
Off Peak. That was it. Such a weird game. You had to literally go around and solve a mystery, and you had to be a pizza delivery man, and all the characters were literally like this like type of animation. They just move like this, and stuff.
Yeah.
There was what else did I play? Hatful Boyfriend Reese made me play, which is a dating simulator about pigeons.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane. It's ridiculous. I played the weirdest shit.
But the weirdest shit is the best.
The weirdest shit is the most popular.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, like, one that I got told to play that at the time I was like, I don't know, was Who Loves You, Colonel Sanders?
I played that back in the day.
I didn't realise how much fun that bloody game was. It's mental.
It was freaking mental. I remember playing it.
And then there was Alt F4 as well, which it's literally the game. The name says it all. You play a knight who's got a chicken, and you were trying to run an obstacle course. And it's basically like...
Yeah. I remember seeing you and Panda play it.
It's insane.
I'm surprised that I even like getting over it when I played that back a couple of months ago. That was fucking I think that's the most ragey I've ever been on a stream.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Not even Crash.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Crash, that was completely different. Because getting over it, I don't know.
You couldn't get over it.
I couldn't get over it. Like with Crash, I knew eventually I would get to the end. With getting over it, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm finishing this. It's like when I'm playing Donkey Kong right now, like the original. It's like, this is so difficult, but it's still not as bad as playing stupid getting over it. It's just because there's the happy music in the background. He's got these inspirational quotes. I'm like, can you shut up? I'm pissed off to talk. I literally had to take a break.
Because you were so...
I was so goddamn enraged about that stupid game. Ridiculous.
There was Zach, who also works at Shopee, owns it now as well. He came on board earlier this year, but he used to play a lot of Getting Over It on his channel because he briefly streamed during the lockdowns. But he'd already played it the once, so it kind of, I don't think he'd completed it, or if he had, he'd kind of started it again.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise that if you essentially tell someone to Control R, it resets the game.
So I think someone tried to get Ditto to do that.
I think I got to the furthest I ever got, and I think Lewis said, "Yeah, if you press Control R, you can zoom out." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I almost fell for it. And I thought, "Hang on a minute, why would that be to zoom out?"
Well, Zach was very engrossed in the game. He'd been playing it for a good 2.5 hours. He'd actually gotten relatively far, bless him. And so I just said, "Oh, did you know that if you press Control R, it pans the camera around?" So he did.
Oh no!
And it was semi-glorious. I felt bad, but then it was a glorious moment when his face just like registered that it started again.
I would be so annoyed if that happened to me.
I have got a feeling he breached a few TOSs after that with some of the things he said.
Yeah.
But it's now lived on as the emote now. We actually made an emote for it. So.
Oh god.
So whenever anyone rages now, we play the what we call the Control R emote.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
But yeah, there's so many like games that are just very surreal, very weird, and they're just great fun to play at the same time.
Back in the day, I can't remember, 10 years ago, I think, there was this game which was like IKEA Simulator, and the game you'd literally just had to build furniture, but it was designed so you can't go backwards as well, and there was no instructions. It was just like, right, here's a cupboard, off you go.
That's evil.
So if you tap a door like in the wrong place, then it's just stuck there for life.
Oh god.
I mean, like, you're saying this to a guy who literally plays Power Wash Simulator, and I absolutely love it. I would probably enjoy that game.
Oh yeah.
If it's still about next DG stream, I see he's playing IKEA Simulator, I'm going, wonder where he got that idea from.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as we've finished, I may have to search for it. But I think the weirdest one I've seen. I've not played it. I've only seen promotions for it. Was a game it's called Internal Flight Simulator. That's what they nicknamed it. Don't know if that's the official name.
Right.
But essentially, it was an 8-hour game. They said it's 8 hours of gameplay.
Right.
Where you are essentially in real time sitting in a plane. And you're sat in the chair, you can't get up. All you can do is look around you or adjust the TV in front of you or turn the heating on. But you are literally just living an 8-hour flight.
So you're just literally the passenger.
Yeah, you are actually a passenger.
Nothing exciting happens, like some weird person comes across the screen, you just sat there like...
Does someone come?
Just sit there.
Does someone come through and say like, "Oh, would you like a drink?"
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably play it just to see.
Yeah, I would.
It's like I remember there was a rock simulator or something back in the day where it's literally just a rock. You just sat there.
I see. That game was ahead of its time. Then it didn't realise that Everything Everywhere All at Once was coming out, did it?
Yeah, true. This is very true.
What other thing would you have as a simulator game?
As in like a joke one or like a proper serious people would play all the time one?
A joke one that people play because it's stupid.
I don't know.
Tyre check simulator.
I mean,
you literally just test the pressure of tyres and then put
yeah. I mean,
That's it.
I've got probably a good one. It probably exists somewhere that's not. I mean, it's just one that people will play,
Yeah.
which is like Deliveroo or Just Eat or like Delivery Driver Simulator.
Dishwasher simulator.
Oh.
Yes.
Wash pots.
Wash pots.
Just sit there and wash pots.
Or checkout
And then
simulator.
you start off in your house, clean your own pots. Then they're like, you get a phone call going, "We've heard you're a really good dishwasher. Why don't you come and work for us in our restaurant?"
Yeah, and you end up like a big fucking industrial place.
Yeah. You're in a 20-story restaurant facility.
So apparently there is a dishwashing simulator game.
Oh no way! Oh,
Where? It's on Steam or something.
I am totally buying that.
Right, you've got IKEA simulator, you've got dishwasher simulator. Write down the list.
How many games can we cash in and make Ditto and Lee play?
Welcome to Dishwasher Simulator. This game is basically about, well, you guessed it, washing dishes. This is just a short, silly game I made on my free time. If you do make any YouTube videos about it, then feel free to put your video in the comments. There's a good chance I'll watch it. Hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free as well. It's free.
It's free. It's free. Is it on Steam?
I don't know, but there's a website.
There's a website.
I'll send the website.
Send the website.
I'll put the website in the
That's
chat.
amazing.
Jesus Christ.
Next DG stream.
I mean, I'm down.
Mental.
Lindsay's actually going on a girly holiday next week, so I've got a lot of time where I'm going to be on a lot of different games, and I think Dishwasher Simulator is going to have to be one of them.
One at the top of the list, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's weird games like that though that just keep
Yeah.
things mixed up and doing things different. Like I talk about Sea of Thieves all the time. It's a great game, but like Calls to the Lamb has been such a breath of fresh air playing something different.
Yeah. I was going to
I mean,
play
Call
that
to the
soon
Lamb's
as well.
insane. It's so cutesy, and then you're like performing sacrifices on people. It's like, this is just weird. But it's nice just to have those weird kind of games that, oh my god, it is literally called dishwashing simulator. But like, it's just not. It just breaks it up and makes it something different.
Yeah.
And like, it's not always necessary for everybody. And people like when I'm playing Power Wash Sim, people will come in and be like, "Well, this is boring," and then they'll go, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it. It's very peaceful. It's one of those streams where you play it and you can like have a conversation with chat more.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing from the mid-tier Top Gear, like just after the people left, but before the more decent ones again,
Yeah.
was a feature that one of the people did, and they got like this really extreme power washer, and each week they'd have a random item, and they power washed it, and to see whether it breaks or not. And so they got a shed and just completely destroyed it with a power washer. I think they should just add that to the game.
Considering it's a power wash simulator, it's not very realistic when you are literally blasting the side of a car at full pelt with a power washer and the glass doesn't shatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they need to add something like that.
They should add like a button where you can have real world and just breaks everything.
Yeah.
And you can turn it on or off.
Well, you see, Lindsay herself, she's not much of a gamer, so she'll sit there and see me playing all these different games, and she'll see me doing that, and she'll go, "You know, Lee, we've got a power washer. So why don't you just like stop wasting your life and go outside and do the patio?" I'm like, well, I could, but it's not as exciting. As I blasted a Ken on a dog bowl, like, this is so much more fun.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
You'd rather
mad.
do something virtually than in real life, and it's like
Absolutely, yeah.
like there could be like a housework simulator or something like that.
Yeah.
And you play the game and you're sitting in a shithole. You're like, oh, my house on here is so tiny, and you turn around, it's like a pile of shit everywhere. Like, oh, great! Can you do that? No, this is more fun. Okay.
Oh my god, Hotel Maid Simulator.
Oh yes.
Hey,
So
stop the
again-
Google.
Start off in like private houses, doing a bit of housework for them. Then you can level up to your seedy motels.
Yeah. And then you
One day we'll get the Ritz. One day the Ritz will be ours. But for now,
there's one called Breach and Clean.
Beachcomber Simulator.
There should be like a checkout simulator where you're just working on a till and you have to
there probably is.
do this in VR or something.
Metal Detector Simulator.
Oh, I would play that.
Of course you would.
Oh, yes.
What?
Simulator playing simulator.
Oh, I'd play this.
What?
House cleaning simulator. Hotel cleaner, I mean.
Hotel Cleaner Simulator. Amazing.
Yeah. Fantastic. If no one's made one, if you're watching this, make it.
We can confirm that this hotel room may or may not have a dead body.
This hotel room may not be used for adult-rated movies.
Adult Hotel Cleaning Maid Simulator, and they've actually put poop emojis.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, I don't know if you've played Visceral Cleanup Detail, but that in itself is a bizarre simulator where it's like semi-futuristic sci-fi, but you are essentially a cleanup agency for when various massacres have taken place or things have gone horribly wrong.
Oh god.
And so you're trying to clean up all the body parts and the blood from whatever sites they're at, and it's just you're knocking the buckets over, you're dropping acid everywhere. It's ridiculous.
How about bus cleaner simulator?
Ridiculous. There's just so many.
Bus conductor simulator.
Yes.
Train
conductor.
Orchestra conductor simulator.
I mean, Ditto played that last night.
Yeah, I played Wii Music last night. There's literally a game where you just do this with the Wii remote.
Yeah.
But this one's like Trombone Champ, where you just move your mouse up and down and it makes the orchestra play.
You just hold it up and it goes, and then just hold the note.
You just hold it up and they're just playing the note forever. Just I don't know, but yeah.
One key simulator where you basically just hold down one key for the longest time you possibly can.
Yes.
The opposite of cookie clicker. You just hold the button down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't people just
cookie click? Yeah, so good.
Wouldn't people just get a keyboard and glue the key down?
They did that
so that they can.
There was a. This is a very niche reference, but when you're playing Pokemon games, you want to hatch eggs. You can literally hold. There's a thing where you put a penny where the Joy-Con is, so you literally. In the point in the game, you just hold the button, it just goes round in a circle, and you hatch your eggs. You just leave it alone. It's ridiculous. It's just so weird stuff.
Anyone can find shortcuts to do stuff.
Yeah. How about Bioscience Simulator, where it's literally to the exact time? Because a lot of things, you like pour some acid into a beaker, and then you have to let it sit for 4.5 hours before you do the next thing. And you just sit there doing nothing.
It's like Farming Simulator, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's probably one of the...
That's a really peaceful game, though.
That's one of those peaceful games. I know it's really popular, like Germany and stuff, but it's like, as you sat there, you got a tractor and you just...
Well, there was an old game. I think it was called DEFCON, and it was basically like a real-time war simulator type thing. So you would literally make a decision like, we need to send this fighter jet over. This is like based in America. We send this fighter jet over to Japan.
Yeah.
And in real time, it would do it. So
oh god!
Basically, just like set it off, leave it for 4 days, come back, and it's got there. It was bizarre. I think it was called DEFCON, but yeah. Speaking of like wasting your time on games, me and my mate used to play a lot of XCOM, and then they brought out XCOM email. So the concept was you were either XCOM agents or you were the aliens.
Right.
You played your move. You then sent it by email to your opponent. And at some point in time, they would eventually, and I'm talking like this is dial-up days here. At some point in time, they would dial in, load up their emails and go, it's my turn. So we played one game of XCOM email and it lasted 6 months because we kept forgetting. We just kept like, my turn, and then 4 or 5 days later we're like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be doing that, aren't we?
Ridiculous.
What about this? A gamer simulator. So it's a simulator where you play the game and you simulate someone playing a game.
Oh, Ooh, simulatorception.
Yeah.
Simception.
It's like Sims. You can make your Sims play Sims in Sims.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's ridiculous.
So meta.
So meta. It's so meta. It's unbelievable.
You use like one controller to move a hand to different buttons, and the other one, and
Oh, that's like what's it called? QWOP.
Quop. Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
But,
Control the limbs.
Control the limbs.
Yeah.
Back in high school days, you could play Quop in ICT because you finish your work and
Yeah.
you're playing Quop.
What about real-time college lecture simulator?
ooh,
You don't get to choose the subject.
No.
They'll just talk about anything.
They've got a long list of all the lectures that have ever happened at university, and you've got to go, today you're learning about physics, and then next week you're learning about geology. And like, okay.
I mean, I'm fine with geology.
You know, the problem with geology, it kind of rocks, you know.
Hey!
Hey! On that note, we should move on to the next section.
God. TED Talk simulator.
TED Talk simulator.
Yes.
You've got to try and hit the right pitches and press your slide at the right time. Keep it all within a 10-minute time frame.
Bang.
Bang.
Oh, I got a card ticked off.
That was such...
Nailed it.
Nailed it. I for a second I said, what the hell are you on about? I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, guess what?
What?
Ah, I nailed that one too.
Yeah.
Everyone gets that one.
Take that.
That's the black card.
That's the black card.
Everyone gets that one.
Everyone gets that one.
So the next segment is favourite things, a few of them.
These are a few of our favourite things.
No, this week it's called favourite things, a few of them.
The favourite things, a few of them.
What was it last week?
I can't remember.
Or last month?
Last month. I don't remember.
But anyway, this is a section where we ask our guests 5 questions, and it's 5 of their favourite things.
Yes.
Currently, right now.
Very simple.
It's very simple. So, number 1, what is your current favourite movie?
Ooh, okay. I always have this conversation with people. I always find it really hard to nail it down to one. But actually, because I've just recently watched the third one, I am going to say Clerks. For anybody who's heard of Clerks, they will go, yep.
Yeah.
For anybody who hasn't heard of Clerks, it is a 90s, like a mid-90s comedy.
Right.
Done by Kevin Smith, so he's like famous for Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob type stuff. But it's essentially a movie set in a convenience store.
Right.
It's 2 guys basically just tossing it off, talking smack, talking about Star Wars, ranting about the customers, and it's just absolute pure anarchy and amazing storyline. A lot of people look at it now and just go, well, it's absolute cack. But actually, for me, it's like when I was talking about working in the video shop when I was training to be a teacher.
Yeah.
I watched Clerks while I was there, and I was like, oh my God, this is me.
This is me.
My life. But I've like grown up with the characters, so like the second one in 2006, and then they've just brought out the third.
Wow.
And the trouble is that I'm within 5 years of their age range, and then the film hit me really hard. So that's Clerks. Clerks is probably one of my all-time favourites.
So the second one is, what is your favourite game currently? But I mean,
video game. Or board game.
Or, it could be any game, but
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Board game, Munchkin. Video game, it's Sea of Thieves.
inevitably.
Yeah.
I mean, Court of the Lamb is fantastic. It's a very close contender, but Sea of Thieves is just... I love the social aspect of it.
Yeah. What we had before? Reese had Hitman last week.
Yeah, we had Hitman.
And we had Persona 5 from Jack, I think, first week as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very Dave's.
I mean, for years it was Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Borderlands 2 has been one of my all-time favourites, but Sea of Thieves just picked it now.
I think the films as well. I think Reese said Hot Fuzz, because obviously you can't go wrong with Hot Fuzz.
No.
And
Hot
I
Fuzz.
think Jack put Lord of the Rings, I think.
Yes, he
He
did.
did.
But that's 3 films, that's not 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's only 1 return, it's not of the King, it's of the Jedi. That's a quote from Clerks 2.
Add it to the long
Nailed
list
it.
of films I've got to watch. Ridiculous.
Anyway, so the next one is, what if you could have anything to eat right now? If you could just go, right, I'm going out for a takeaway, or you can have anything at home or whatever, what would you get?
Okay, it would be a pizza.
That's what I
But
said.
it would be a Lee's special because I'm allergic to tomato.
Barbecue base.
So, as the order would go,
Right, here we go.
it's a large cheese and tomato pizza
Yeah.
Yeah.
with no tomato or any on the base and extra cheese.
So it's just a very big cheese on toast.
That is always the response I get. They will pause and they'll go, "So you want cheese on toast?" I'm like, "Yep, I am willing to pay you £8 for cheese on toast. But throw in a sour cream dip, please."
So you have nothing else on
Yeah.
it?
Nothing else on it.
No, like
I mean,
meat or garlic or
I like the
something?
I like your pepperonis and
Yeah.
meats and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of the time it will very much just be, I just want plain cheese. I just want cheese on bread, and I don't want to get up and make it myself.
Fair enough.
So pizza.
Pizza.
Number 4 is, what is the best place you have visited?
I've not made it to Ditto's house yet, so I can't say that one.
Can't say that one.
But let's say that this is going. If someone's watching this in a year's time, so Ditto's house is definitely my favourite.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose a second, for me personally, actually, like I talked about Clerks and how I was a massive fan of it, and Kevin Smith at the time, because he was very much into geek culture. I very much looked up to all of his early stuff. And then he got on the weed and his films kind of went a bit downhill.
Yeah.
But his early stuff was brilliant. And in 2000, and I was looking over at Lindsay, but she's gone. In 2014-15, we went over to New York. And while we were there for the week, I said to Lindsay, I'd really like to go to Red Bank, New Jersey, because it's where he opened up his own comic shop.
So, yeah.
It's called Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. So that day, we went there, and I met one of the guys who was on what was their reality show at the time called Comic Book Men.
Yeah.
Got talking to him, Mike Zapchik, for ages. Bought one of the comics that had featured in the show, and they'd all signed it. So for me, I think my favourite place is the time I went there.
Nice.
My mecca, my geek mecca.
My geek mecca.
I mean, it kind of relates to last week's, because
yeah,
Reese's place related to...
Yeah, because Reese visited the place where they filmed Hot Fuzz, and he said, "Yeah, this." Because he went to the pub and stuff. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
yes, I get it.
To walk around that town, you recognise every
Everything.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, what is your favourite song right now?
It can't be something from Trombone Champ.
Definitely Trombone in the Sky.
Oh, Trombone in the Sky. Everyone who's played that game said this song is stuck in my head. Right, can I add it to my Spotify playlist? No, it's not on there.
It's not on there.
Well,
But it's Sound Alert of the Week.
It is Sound Out of the Week. But by the time they're watching this, no, it's not.
Maybe.
There are
Maybe
a
up
lot.
by tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Well, there are a lot of songs that I would class as being my favourites, but I think one of my all-time favourites, and I still always go back to it even now, is Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yes.
Full version, though. Don't cut it off after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Go the full
Do
9.
The full version, 100%.
Closely followed by Through the Fire and the Flames, because that is a banging tune. So Dragon Force and Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Top.
Top tier stuff.
Because I'm a legend. Us legends have to listen to legendary things.
Of course,
Exactly. As this will probably know, there's been quite a slow news month this month.
It has. Gaming wise.
Until today, so I was just scrolling through the news as I do every morning. But I go through Apple News, it's more personalised to me, so it's like gaming technology and that. And something come up, and it just got me thinking. But before I get into my thoughts onto a good question I could ask Ditto and yourself, I'll go through sort of the article a little bit and show you why I want to talk and answer this question first.
Right.
And then sort of go from there, really. Walmart, of all places, has paired with a VR company. And what they're doing is they've made an online world called Walmart Land.
I thought you were going to say they've announced a supermarket simulator.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be right. Okay.
And they've got two of them. They've got Walmart Land and Walmart's Universe of Play. And his aim is to just advertise their toys to people by playing with them virtually, etc. But there's also like other stuff like mini games. There's a Ferris wheel, an interactive piano walkway. So like you know them pianos.
So like in Big.
Yeah. And a DJ booth, which is aimed in essence to get people to buy proper ones from their brand.
I mean, you know what? Actually, you laugh about that, but there's a cash and carry that we go to get our food and drink for the shop.
Yeah.
And there's a DJ booth set up there. And you're just like, what? We're in the bloody supermarket. Why is there a DJ booth here?
Have you ever seen anyone
It's literally
use
because
it?
they are selling their DJ gear. It's like got these steps playing on full blast. Like, buy DJ set.
There's also a virtual dressing room which lets you spend in-game coins collected in Walmart Land to wear clothes that you can buy in their shop.
But why? Why do you need this?
Just be careful and check the doors are locked before you go in.
Yeah.
You can also get Skull Candy headphones or a Fitbit tracker for your avatar, and you can. I mean, you kind of get the point, and that just sort of got me thinking. Like, if you could make a VR world, or like one just like the land of Ditto, whatever.
Dittoland.
Well, yeah, Ditto World, Ditto Land, or
I'd
whatever.
go-
What
I'd
would
go
you
to
add?
Dittoland.
What?
What would you put in it?
What would I put in it? If I had... Oh, I don't know. What if you could put DJ sets and shit in it? It'd have to be like... channel-related stuff, I guess.
Cheese. There'll be Cheese World in
There'd
there.
be a cheese world for sure. Because James made cheese.
I'm down. I'm
James
down.
made cheese world. There would be obviously Trombone Land.
Yeah.
Basically, there'd be Pokemon, there'd be Mario, there'd be all sorts of stuff. I don't
There'd have
know.
to be a karaoke bar where they can sing along to all the Ditto songs.
Yeah.
All the Ditto songs, all the channel songs as well.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Oh, there is just one thing I need.
Oh, do we have to
And there's a
remember?
bed, and there's a bed we can all stand on while we do it
There's
as
a bed,
well.
there's a
Yeah.
bed in the first one. Yeah.
See, DG does watch Ditto videos. You're saying it's a thing.
Does this mean I think I'll do a Christmas song for this year as well?
Yes.
I've done the past 2 years.
You better start getting one ready.
Well, I've done.
It can be a cover of the Darkness one. Christmas time, don't be a bellend.
Yes, we can do the darkness because the darkness came from the town I live in. So that's pure meta.
I'm like, you won't say where you are, but you'll give the biggest clue of the darkness came from my town.
I don't care what people think. I don't care. I don't care. I live in Lowestoft, okay? There we go. Don't care. I've mentioned it so many times on stream already, so I don't really care.
Oh dear. It does make me laugh though when a lot of people do that. They're like, they won't say where they live, but then they'll drop so many subtle hints. I'm like, can't tell you where I live, but I've got a Robin Hood statue right next to my local town.
Well,
Even Nottingham?
no.
Not in Nottingham.
Not in Nottingham at all.
they miraculously put a Robin Hood statue in Kent.
As you do.
He got around a bit,
He
didn't he?
did go around a bit.
Sheffield are trying to claim him as well.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Incidentally, I can't hide it because I've got Belper in my name, so it's like there's no secret.
There's
where
no
we are.
secret. Not a secret at all.
But what else would you reckon to add podcasting booth into
podcast.
Dittoland?
I think you'd have to have something that's like a serious reference to a Ditto. Like the outside would look like it is something, then you go in, it's something totally different.
Yeah. There's all these magic doors, and you go through it, and it's like
One door leads to Pika Marge.
Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ.
Every single Ditto outfit or hat is something like Ditto dressed as that is greeting him on the other side, like this way for pizza. And it's Ditto in a Luigi hat.
Hello, Luigi Pizza.
No, that can be all the outfits rather than Walmart clothes. It's just
They're all the
Ditto's
mascots
hats.
walking around.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's a Luigi. There's a pirate. There's a farmer. What else is there?
You could have a Ditto parade.
Yeah.
Parades where they can just transform into whatever you want. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Not X-rated.
Oh. So you could have your own toilets and call them the shittos.
The shittos, yes.
Yes.
Devious shitto.
Devious shittos.
It's like as soon as you sit down, your face appears on the door like, hello.
Hello.
To
Hi.
make you as comfortable as possible.
It's like them smart toilets in Japan. It's just my voice.
Hello. 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 That's as soon as people walk through the door.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're like in the shops where you open the door and it buzzes.
Yeah.
Have that. Open the door.
Instead of just mind code. Hello.
Yeah.
You see, why isn't this a thing? Let's make it a thing.
Let's make it a thing.
Yes, Eddie.
There's going to be an expansive land in lower stuff we can do it on.
Expansive land. Fair.
Turn Pleasured Hills into Dittoland.
I'll turn the local theme park into Dittoland. Who needs the shitty theme park? We could just turn it into Dittoland.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if there are any big YouTubers have ever done that. Like is there a Mr. Beast land or anything like
I
that?
don't think there is.
Well, I mean, Banksy did Dismaland, didn't he?
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
I wished I'd gone.
Same.
Now I've heard so much about it, like, I wish I'd gone.
Is the Banksy art from around here sort of about?
Some of it is.
Yeah.
Someone.
You see, we had one in Nottingham.
Someone was selling their building, but they put it off the market because Banksy drew something on their building, and they literally got the bricks from the side of the building, took it away, sold it, and then replaced the bricks, and then put it on the market again.
As you do.
That was probably the one in Nottingham. We had one in Nottingham that was here for about a week and a half before someone took the bricks out and sold it to somebody in Essex. So we had a Banksy that
It
was
must
gone
be
within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the one on the high street down here. Someone,
Oh, okay.
I think someone sold it to just like Essex or London, so it might be the same person. It just
Probably the same
collected all the
guy.
Banksy.
Collecting all the Banksy bricks.
Yeah.
And the true picture is when you put them all together, it makes this massive like.
So maybe you could have your own Banksy in Dittoland.
Yeah.
Various stencils of you
El
different poses.
El Disso.
El Ditto.
Not El Barto.
Not El Barto.
El Disso.
Just
So
have
you
El
got
Ditto.
dabbing. You can have like dabbing Ditto, star jump Ditto,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the dittos.
Ditto exercise land. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, sorted.
One for the people who want to keep it.
Ditto.
The Ditto Gym.
Yes.
Like
Devious Fitto.
Devious Fitto.
There you go.
That's what the ladies call me.
Oh, the ladies don't call you. Who are you kidding?
They don't know.
I'm sorry,
No one
sorry.
calls me.
I'll call you.
Thank you. On my cell phone. Well, we're technically doing that in Minecraft now anyway.
What?
Ditto lad. You can easily make it in Minecraft.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go. Make it in Minecraft.
Make it in
Then
Minecraft.
that's your sales pitch then to make it a real thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, as soon as we hit like 2 more followers, we can make it a real thing.
That's your goal. 2 more people and we will build a real Dittoland.
We'll build a real theme park in the real life if we hit 350. I don't know what I can't remember what we're on right now.
356.
Oh, 356. Yeah, we hit 358. We'll just go. Yeah, this is happening now.
So not even 360.
Not even 369. The funny number.
The Goose Tramp one.
Would there be
Would there be?
a real life Mario Kart?
Oh, 100%. There'll be a go-kart track. 100%.
Bananas and
Bananas and stuff. There's one in. I'm pretty sure there's one in Japan with like AR. You've got to put this
I think they
headset
just do it on the street.
on the street. They just do it on.
They just do it in real life.
Just do it around in Tokyo, you know.
No, they I mean they do, but not to that degree. And you watched is it James May in Japan? When
I've seen episodes of it. I've not seen it.
because he went to this company, he does go-karting, and you sit in a go-kart, and you just drive around Tokyo in a go-kart. But you have to wear like Mario outfit or like Luigi or whatever as you go round.
Well, there's that French comedian, isn't he, who does it a lot in France, and he constantly gets pulled over by the police because he just does loads of Mario Kart stuff and throws bananas out the side of it in front of the police cars.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Don't condone that. Don't do it at home. But
Only do it in France, not in England.
yeah, in France, and he always gets arrested, so it never ends well for him.
No. They must say, not you again. He just whips
But,
out.
I think a VR Dittoland would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, they just go. They'll just go up to him and just be like, "You again?" Or like the same old.
Yeah, because in
Literally, they just went, right. You know what's going to happen. Don't even need to say anything. Just go. Just please go next to him. Put a handcuffs on, off you go. Don't need to say anything. They know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's Lee again.
There's Lee.
Yeah.
There he
There he
goes.
goes again with his bananas and his red shells all over the place.
We told him to keep his banana away. I'm sorry. I'm lowering the tone again.
Oh dear.
The tone or the trombone?
Who knows?
Who knows?
All of it. All of the above.
All of the above. Answer D, all of the above.
Yeah. Always the D.
Always the D.
It's Devious Dittoland coming soon.
Yes. In 2034.
And 2 more followers.
And 2 more followers. We'll get 2 more followers in 2034.
And 2 more YouTube subscribers as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
We've got +2 on every single platform and they're not made good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, +2 on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube and Twitch. That's all. Don't care. Anything else is fine.
And if you're watching this in the year 2028, you're 3 years late. Go get yourself over to Dittoland.
Yeah. It was only available for 2 days.
Yes, it was.
It's just me sat in a field with like a football and some free food.
You just do it.
I'd bucket a bucket over my head and walk around going, this is really realistic.
Yeah.
So now's the time for the final segment. And this week, what's it going to be called? It's that part of the show where we get contestants to answer questions to see if they can beat any previous contestants on the show. We haven't had time to come up with a name for this segment, so we're just going to call it
The H rigs the questions quiz. Absolutely rigged quiz. H's rigged quiz. H's rigged quiz here at Dittoland.
Well, the problem is, last week, podcast, I was very complacent because Reese's questions were fucking easy compared to Jack's week 1. So I want to know if DG's questions are Jack hard level or Reese easy level. That's what I want to know.
I don't hold much confidence in myself because I appeared on the local radio and the first question was, what was the name of the license plate in Back to the Future? And I love that film and I could not remember what it was. So it's not going to go well for me anyway.
So, are you ready?
No, but yes, I was born ready.
Question number uno. Dicky Bird is Cockney rhyming slang for what? Dicky Bird.
Dicky Bird.
Yeah.
Dicky Bird.
Dicky Bird or Diggy Bird?
Dicky.
Dicky.
I mean, it doesn't
Bird.
matter too much because it's mainly the last word that rhymes, doesn't it?
Turd.
Ooh. No.
Third.
Dicky Bird.
Heard.
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 Turd would have been better, but no, it's word.
What?
Word. Dicky Bird.
Can I have a
word.
Dicky Bird?
Can I have a Dicky Bird with you?
Yeah.
I've never heard that in my life.
No.
Do you
I
speak
said, can I have a
Cockney?
steaming turd?
I'm off to go have a Dicky Bird.
I'll have to go and lay a Dicky Bird.
Question 2. Which university
Which university?
was founded first? Cambridge or Oxford? So this is 50-50.
I know what? We went to Cambridge on holiday, and I'm pretty sure they said Cambridge came first. But
They were lying.
They were lying.
But
he didn't let me finish. But I knew it was Oxford
Well, correct.
because I didn't believe him when he said it, and then he had this smile. I was like, Cambridge is obviously better.
Of course,
So-
I'd say that. I bet.
So yeah, I would have said
Oxford,
Oxford.
yeah.
Yeah. Within the acronym ASCII,
What?
ASCII,
This is rigged. This is so rigged.
This is so rude.
ASCII, you should
Yep.
know this.
ASCII.
Using computers, yeah.
Yeah, because I am totally up on computers.
Yeah, I'm telling you on computers.
What does the S stand for?
Something.
That's correct.
A something computer interactive in Dittoland.
Yeah.
S. I don't know. H. These are rigged. You're making me look silly. Silly. Sausage.
Software.
Surround sound.
Sound. Software.
I don't know. It's something very standard.
Standard.
Correct.
What does it actually stand for?
What's the full name for it?
Oh no, I didn't know yet.
Ah! Get the
Look,
question
is
and
it-
the answers. Ridiculous.
The A stands for advanced. Come on. It definitely does.
Yeah.
Advanced standard. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
American Standard Code for Information Interchange.
You see, I knew that.
Yeah, I definitely knew that. The thing is, the questions last time, I knew all the answers. This time, I'm not known a single one.
You said last week. Well, you said last week was too easy.
Yeah, but you've gone from like level. You've gone from like year 2 to like fucking university. Yes.
I mean, I was expecting, are you smarter than a 10-year-old? Not university pissing challenge.
That's what. Oh god.
I mean, evidently I'm not smarter than a 10-year-old, but...
Neither am I. When I was in that video,
No, you was close.
I was close.
Question 4. What connects
Are we playing only Connect now?
Montserrat,
Because what?
Montserrat,
Monstrat.
Turks and Caicos Island, and Pitcairn Island?
I don't fucking know.
Now did you get these questions from?
The same site as the last two.
To the same site, my ass.
What? Yeah, what level?
What level? I can't remember what the questions were from last
So
time.
what connects Montserrat?
Yeah.
The Turks.
The Turks
Yeah.
and Pitcairn Island.
Oh, I don't know. Give me some time to think about it. I'm sure I know this.
Let me go back my phone and just have a quick Google.
Montserrat.
How do you spell that again, H? Is that with an U or an O?
Neither.
The Montserrat, the Turks, and I've genuinely not got my phone in my hand.
And
I'll put it back down.
Pitcairn.
You can't even say the word.
Well, it's Kane, but with an R in the middle. Pitcairn Island. I'm gonna go with.
Are you now? Right, I'm going to watch back the last podcast and find the question.
They're all parts of the British Empire.
Correct!
Yes! Yay!
Only because I've never heard of like the other two.
Jesus Christ. This last question's got to be a gimme.
In meters.
In meters. Oh, here we go. Go start.
Oh god. No. 12, 69, 420.
An American alligator can grow up to what length?
In meters.
Yes.
American alligator. It can't be that big because you can flush him down the toilet.
Yeah, I've seen that film. It took over New York as well.
Yeah.
It's a terrible B movie, but it's amazing to watch at the same time. it's big. Because when we went to Florida, they were bloody huge, and we saw them on the bus as we drove past. Meters.
Well, if a 6 foot human lays down, it's about 2 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 9.
Ooh, bit lower.
It's a 7.
I'm going to say 9.
These answers 9.
You said lower. I'm gonna say 9.
gonna say 9.
Flip that 9 and you might be correct.
9.
9.
It's 6.
I mean, I'd got it wrong. There's no point trying to give me hints, H. I'd got it wrong. Let's not beat around it. I was miles off.
6.
But you did get 3, which is the same as
Jet.
How did I get
You got the Cambridge.
You got Oxford, you got Standard right,
and then you
got the British Empire.
I mean, I absolutely did not get Standard right. And if we're going to take first answers, I proper talked my way into Oxford there, and it was Dan that said Cambridge first. Let's not bull. I got 1.
No.
But considering that was the wildest guess on the planet,
Yeah.
I will take that one and multiply it by 5. So I got 5 today.
Yes.
Yes.
Top tier.
Yay!
Oh,
I got a thumbs up.
Congratulations.
I have to set the lowest bar because now everybody else will look so much better.
This
And
is
that's
the
what H wanted.
Is
this
that-
is the
the-
Devious Ditto trophy
Is it?
that goes out to our best winner.
Please
Thank
tell
you.
me there's a wooden spoon one for the worst one as well.
Yes.
Sure, a wooden
I-
spoon with Ditto's face on it.
I will definitely stick with 1 out of 5 then. I got the worst score today. So,
So next time someone gets 0.
no one's taking that spoon from
No one's
me.
taking that spoon from me. I'll come back and I'll get -1.
I'm not sure I
Next.
understand.
Even Siri doesn't understand.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
brilliant.
Oh, dear.
So that's it for today's podcast.
As we do always, so we ask our guest, who would you like to see next on the podcast?
Jeremy Kyle.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. We'll get in touch with Jeremy Kyle. Oh, who's our fullback if we can't get Jeremy Kyle?
Do you know what? I'd be interested, actually, to be fair, of all the people that I know you sort of mix and talk to, I'd be quite interested to hear a lot from Alcaraz.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he'd be a good shout.
The Dutch boy. Dutch life.
We'll give him his quiz can be about Britain and see how well he knows about the UK. And the other thing we do at the very end of the podcast, if you're an avid listener, you'll know this, is we have, and we usually either all discuss it or ask our contestant for the word or emoji of the day.
Yeah.